Hello, and welcome to SECO Research's House View. I am Sausan Abdullatif, and today we will be discussing the GCC inflation data for the month of June, excluding Oman and Bahrain as data is yet to be released. As we hit the mid of this year, we can see that key GCC markets all had an inflationary rate above 2% year-on-year, with Kuwait's inflation rate being the highest at 3.8% year-on-year, followed by Saudi and Qatar at 2.7% and 2.5% respectively, while Dubai stood at 2.1% in June. The housing and utilities group was the key driver for inflation among GCC countries, as it increased by 9% in Saudi, which is the highest among this region. Within Saudi itself, rental inflation in apartments specifically went up by close to 23% year-on-year, and villas, which holds a bigger weight in the index, rising by 8% year-on-year in June. Within cities, Jeddah and Riyadh saw the most spike in rentals, increasing by 28% and 15% respectively, likely as a result of influx of expats as economic activity picks up. A similar trend can be seen in Kuwait, as its housing services group gained 3% year-on-year, within which rental prices increased by 2.4% year-on-year since November 2022, a trend that has been fairly consistent. Qatar's housing and utilities sector had a 6% year-on-year price inflation, which we believe is a lagged effect from higher-based post-FIFA-led surge. However, as expected, this segment is sequentially on a downward trajectory. We will not be surprised if Qatar's CPI becomes negative by 4Q this year. Food and beverages were another driver for GCC consumer price indexes, as food and beverages prices went up by 6% in Kuwait, 4% in Dubai, and 1% in Saudi, but remained unchanged in Qatar. Restaurant and hotels prices had a similar trend, rising by 4% in Saudi, 5% in Dubai, and 3% in Kuwait, but was only marginally higher in Qatar. Unlike the other GCC countries, Dubai's transport prices continued to decline for the fourth consecutive month, dropping by around 14% year-on-year in June. Kuwait's transport prices went up by 4%, while Qatar's and Saudi's increased by 2% each. We wanted to highlight that the prices of used cars in Saudi went up by 3.3% year-on-year, unlike new cars prices, which were 0.3% lower year-on-year in June. Finally, the communication sector's inflation levels varied among GCC countries, rising by 2% in Kuwait, which cited higher telephone equipment prices, and was marginally higher in Dubai. Communication prices declined in Saudi by 1% and in Qatar by 4% year-on-year. Interestingly, mobile telephone bills in Saudi, which holds a 3.7% index weight, increased by 3% year-on-year, while prepaid mobile card prices were up 0.3% only, and internet service charges dropped by 4.3% year-on-year in June. This could be because of an intensifying competitive environment in the prepaid market due to MVNOs,